What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank. This is another episode of Roadie Reactions, and today we're going to be checking out the latest single and music video from Of Virtue. And I'm stoked to check this out today because the band actually reached out to me and said, hey, we're releasing a brand new music video very soon. Would you like to check it out and give us your honest opinion? So at the time I'm filming this video is not quite out yet, so I haven't heard anything about it, which is always cool coming into a video like this, but I like what I've heard from this band before, so I'm pretty excited to check this out today. Now, we first discovered these guys on this channel when we checked out their single, Sinner, last year, and it was their very first release after signing with their new label, A Rising Empire, and then in August of last year, they released an EP with the same name, and I really enjoyed that EP, man. There's a lot of groove and feeling into it, and I really like that stuff when I'm listening to stuff that's, you know, lumped into this modern metal and metalcore era that we're in. So to me, these guys have always been something a little different than what a lot of other bands are cranking out. But with all that said, they did tell me that this one is a little heavier than normal. So I'm curious to see what that means to them. And I assume if we're getting new music, they're probably getting ready to make it an album announcement sometime this year, if not releasing it sometime this year. But I don't know anything else. Let's just get going. I don't want to keep you waiting anymore. I will link this original video in the description below. And today, I am once again checking out Of Virtue, and for the very first time, checking out their brand new single and music video for their song, Anxiety. Let's go.
A.N.X.I.E.T.Y. I'm so sick of losing my mind.
Oh, this song's gonna speak to me.
I'm so sick of letting this control my life.
Was not expecting that to be picked up like this.
When I look into the mirror, I see the ghost of me. Hollow, empty, desperate to feel anything. Clinging onto substance, dripping off.
Oh, halftime to that snare. All right, already super sick, and for me personally, very relatable. If you follow this channel, you know I've been kind of open about this lately. For some reason, for the past like 5-6 months of my life, I have been having massive anxiety attacks all the time, and I don't know what it's from. I'm literally going to see somebody about it soon because I've never had this happen before. So this, I feel this right now, but dude, already, yeah, this is heavier than I was expecting for these guys for sure. Though I do like the melody and the clean vocals that were introduced into that chorus because they do that a lot in their other stuff, but there's some new stuff in here too from the last time I've looked at them. Band member wise, it's the same, but gear wise, really quick, we'll talk about a couple things. Ryan on drums, phenomenal drummer. Dude has like playthrough videos and stuff all over his social media. The guy is stupid good. Endorsed artist of SJC Custom Drums and Meinl Cymbals, two very prominent companies in the drum industry. And then one of the things I was actually surprised about is that Mike, one of their guitar players, he's playing a Fender Stratocaster. I'm fairly certain that's the Jim Root signature from Fender. And it's a pretty cool guitar. I mean, it's a Stratocaster, but it's got EMG pickups in it, no tone knobs, just a single volume knob and a pickup selector. Like very minimal metal guitar. It's pretty cool. But I'm surprised because every time I've ever seen pictures and videos of these guys, they're playing ESP or LTD. So this could be one of those situations where for this video, that's the instrument that just worked out and looked cool, or I don't know, maybe that's just a new guitar that he really likes. There's a lot of variables that go into this, but it is cool. I'm going to say it's probably fitting the video because Damon is also playing a very blacked out guitar, and we'll talk about that in a second, but let's keep going. That's such a cool riff. God, Tyler's vocals sound great on this. Dude, this is gonna be such a big crowd sing-along. That is such a cool riff. Okay, we're getting a change here, going into a bridge. I do want to talk about Damon's guitar really quick. It's such a simple riff in that chorus, but it just sounds so good, especially like just going from like a 0 to a 1 just to throw in that different note in there, and it hits so hard. So Damon is playing an ESP, an LTD rather. He's playing one of the black metal series guitars. So now that I am for sure of that, I would be willing to bet that Mike's guitar, he's probably just using that because it looks good in the video. It is a blacked out guitar. But Damon is playing the LTD black metal series Phoenix, which looks suspiciously like a Gibson Firebird. And if you really think about it, Phoenix, Firebird, I mean, these guitar companies have never tried to hide it, and we've talked about it a million times. When something works for one company, 5 more companies are going to do it. So those black metal series guitars are cool, though. They're build-wise comparable to the LTD 1000 models, but very simple. Again, there's just one pickup in it. I believe it's a Fishman Fluence, like one of the ceramic humbuckers, and really nothing else super fancy on it. Just a good, solid metal guitar, man. It's super cool. Damon also is in For the Fallen Dreams, another band from Michigan where they're from. And then, funny enough, the drummer for the Fallen Dreams is in a synthwave band with my old guitar player. It's weird how the music industry is just 6 degrees of separation, but that's just dumb, useless knowledge. Sorry. Let's hear the rest of this song. Are we gonna get no Damon vocals on this song? Dude, what a killer song, man. I loved this. Nothing super complicated in terms of musicality stuff. Very cool little things in there, but just a driving headbang along with riff. This was killer, man. Let's go talk more about it. All right, not gonna lie, I enjoyed that 1,000 times more than I thought I was going to. And the only reason I say that is because, as I said in the intro, one of the things I love about this band is like the groove and the soul that's in their music. Like some of their stuff from their Sinner EP just had so much vibe to it, man. And when they told me they were going heavier, I was like, oh, like don't sacrifice the vibe and the feel and the flow for just being heavy like everybody else is. But they pulled this off fantastic, man. Like, again, there was nothing overly complicated about the music. Like, this is just really good, simple driving riffs. And that really allows for the vocals to stand out, and that's a big part of this song, especially because this is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be able to relate to on a personal level. As I said, I already did when we were listening to it, and it's got that good crowd sing-along moment. It's going to have a good pit moment when they play this live. Like, this is just an A+, like, rock and metal song for me, man. It's heavy enough that it gets you going, but I also think that this could be a radio single. At the very least, like Sirius XM, like Octane, I could possibly see this being on like actual FM hard rock radio in the States too. It's just a good all-around song, man, and I had a blast with it, man. I'm super stoked to see what these guys put out next, because I gotta imagine, being a relatively new signee with the Rising Empire, they're gonna want to have a studio album out this year. So I would say with this release, we're probably going to see something somewhat soon, and probably an album announcement, I would say, by late spring at the very latest, because if they're cranking this out, they're in the studio working right now. They have to be. I would be shocked if they're not, but whatever it is that they're getting ready to release, I'm stoked to check it out, man. I absolutely enjoyed this one. I hope you guys did too. If this is your first time on the channel, feel free to click subscribe. We don't just do reactions. We do bass and gear talks and music industry talks, and I have a podcast, so feel free to sub. I'd love to have you around. If you liked the video, feel free to like it. If you disliked the video, feel free to dislike it. Just know that I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server a lot of us hang on. I have a Twitch that I stream on regularly. So if you want to join us on any of that stuff, I'll throw links in the description of this video. My handle on most everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.